Alright, I just came home from work today and decided to, I don't know what made me want to try to connect the SJ5000X Elite to the Wi-Fi app for SJ Cam app, and but I did, and it said that there's a new firmware, 1.4.9. So I figured let me go ahead and do the update on it. It took, I don't know, 30 seconds for it to update. So I figure I will take a look. There's no documentation as far as what was fixed or addressed in this firmware, but let me pitch the gimbal up here a little bit just to see the fig leaves on the tree. You can tell it's a lot sunnier today than what it was yesterday. And I did the hot pixel fix. And I'm running everything on auto, strong contrast or high contrast, strong on the sharpness. I'm recording an MP4 just for giggles, just to see if that makes a difference. But see how the audio sounds on it versus the 1.4.8 or the 1.4.6 that I really liked. I have the distortion correction off on it right now. Wide dynamic range is on, but I figure I'd just do a quick little clip before I've got to rush back to work, and then I'll do some more testing with it later on and tomorrow, and then I'll upload the video. And since I've got two SJ5000X Elites, I will do one with the firmware 1.4.6 and then this one, the 1.4.9, and do a side-by-side just to see if we can see any difference. I will say one thing I noticed just by looking at the back screen is that the skies are nice and blue on the back screen. Now, I don't know what it's going to look like when I stick it in the computer, but normally the skies are just a little bit overexposed at times, but this doesn't look half bad, at least on the screen. So anyway, more testing later on, and then I'll upload the video tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, so it'll be Thursday when I upload the video, but we'll see what this new firmware looks like and see if it's a good upgrade to do. Alright, let's look at a side-by-side comparison. The sun is coming up, so we'll get a direct shot of that. Ground, some plants. Let me hold these two together. I'm just holding them side by side. This one is the new firmware 1.4.9. This one is the 1.4.6 that I really like. Gyro's off. Like I said, this is just handheld, walking around. It's a little cool this morning. It's in the 40s, but I wanted to catch some of that sunrise, so I'm going to see how it deals with white balance, how it deals with the sky color. The sky is a medium shade of blue, a little bit darker than baby blue, so we'll see which one has an accurate depiction of color. Let's see here, I just want to get into some details of the bushes. Do a little walk to the backyard. got two dogs, so I've got to kind of watch where I'm walking as well, if you know what I mean. Get a little bit of morning sun on the leaves. Sorry, my hands are a little shaky. It's a little cold out here. Well, now I'm going to stick these in the computer and sync them up and put them side by side and see which one looks best. And here's a little low light test just to see how it handles the library here. The light is off in this room. What's really weird is it looks like the 1.4.6, that door looks greenish tint instead of white. That's a little interesting observation for low light. The new 1.4.9 definitely looks like it depicts the accuracy of color in low light much better. And what we'll do here is just a little sound test to check the microphones. They are both set to number 8 in volume with noise reduction on low. So we'll test the 1.4.6 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the 1.49. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So keep in mind that this is just my opinion, and I want to hear from you and see what you think about the comparison between 1.46 and 1.49 on the SJ5000X Elite. Put your comments in the comment section below, but this is just my opinion. I think that when it comes to white balance, it's handling white balance better than the 1.46. I think that if you look at the overall exposure value when it's going around is better. I think that the 1.46 is a little bit overexposed. Now on the 1.46's behalf, the image appears to be a little bit sharper, but that's nothing that you can't fix in post. But, you know, a lot of people, they complain about the sharpness of the SJ series cams, you know, or the SJ5000, that it's just over sharpened. And yes, I use strong on the sharpness, but I prefer that because it just seems to be a nice crisp image on video. The 1.49 is not as sharp, but it still looks very, very, very good. I think the color is better on the 1.49. I think when you saw the low light, 1.49 is a little bit better. You know, it's a little brighter in the low light condition, but it introduces a little bit of noise. But you know, when you're talking about the image sensor on these action cameras, I mean, they're so small, you don't expect them to perform fantastically in low light just because the size of the sensor. These action cameras are really made and they flourish around a lot of lighting. So outdoor is always a great, outdoor daylight is always a great scenario and brings out the best video quality in these action cameras. Also, if you listen to the audio, now I've always been a great proponent of 1.46 because the audio I thought was always great. Better than 1.45, better than 1.47, better than 1.48. 1.49 is not as tinny sounding, so the high frequencies aren't as prevalent, and it gives you a little bit of boost in the lower frequencies. So the lower frequencies of my voice are a little bit more apparent in the 1.49 than they are in the 1.46 in that last little clip that you saw in the low light setting. So I think that it's a nice improvement. There's no documentation saying what they really addressed on the 1.49. So I'm going to do some more playing. This is not a final overview or review of the 1.49, but I just wanted to do it quick because it's, I just saw it yesterday when I came up from work in that earlier clip, and I just wanted to download it in that one camera and keep my other camera still at 1.46 and just do this comparison so that you can see, and plus so I can see the comparison between the two. And I think it's a nice little upgrade. I know that somebody complained on the 1.48 that the date and time changes when you pull the battery out and change batteries. I did a quick test of that yesterday. Pull the battery out, put it back in, and the date and time remain the same. So I don't know if that's just a user error on someone else or with their particular camera, or if there was just a glitch with the firmware. But so far, I like the 1.49. I've got some things planned for this weekend where I'm really going to test the 1.49 in different scenarios and all different frame rates and different resolutions to see if it's better in all of those areas too. Because I'm going to wait, because I'm going to keep this one at 1.46 as my backup, just in case I find a flaw with this one. But so far, so good. I like it. I hope you guys have a great day. It's cold in Texas today. I've got to get ready for work here in a little bit. But if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Share the video. SJ Cam is a great, inexpensive action camera, in my opinion. SJ6 Legend Air is about to be released. So that's kind of cool because it took away the front little screen right there, so it'll save on some battery. And also the SJ7 Star, which is the actual true 4K, not interpolated, camera. So I'm looking forward to getting one of those, testing it, and doing a review for you guys. But have yourself a great day. Smash that subscribe button. Talk to you later. Bye.